Hey everyone, do you ever want to bring your pet to music class? Well, let's talk about that. I'm Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory, and I am thrilled to have Jessica Brown with me. Hey, Jessica.
Hi.
Jessica is one of the Ultimate Music Theory team members and has joined us in our many events, including Music Business Mastery Live coming up that we're sharing with music teachers around the globe. How are you doing today, Jess?
I'm good. Yes, I've got a little bit of a cold, but hopefully it won't stick around for long.
Not too long, no, because we've got business to take care of, music business.
Absolutely.
And we had a great chat this morning and we talked about how much fun it is to bring your pet to music class. So let's start off with you, the teacher. When you have a pet, do your students look forward to meeting your pet, Jess?
Absolutely. For some of them, they don't have a pet of their own at home. So it's
Right.
almost an encourager for them to be a student of mine. It kind of connects me with the students that enjoy my classes, if you see what I mean.
Yes.
They want to come to class.
They do. And it's funny you said that, Jess, because I remember when I had a collie, her name was Muffy, and my students so looked forward to coming into class, and it was almost a calming thing for them to come in and see Muffy and say hello. And we would get started with the class, and they would even want to play for her because she would love to lay underneath the piano and listen to the music class. And I think sometimes we really need to step outside the box as we're going to be presenting in our Music Business Mastery live event. Lots of fantastic ideas for teachers about what can you do to really engage students in learning. So I'm going to pop that up on the screen so you can simply go to musicbusinessmastery.live and get all the details. So now back to your particular pets, Miss Jessica. You have two pets. You have a cat
I
and
do.
and you have a dog. And so
Yes.
do they get along?
They do, yes. I have Poppy, who is a Chihuahua cross Westie. So she's actually smaller than my cat, who is a ragdoll, Oliver.
Oh,
Yeah, so Poppy is still relatively young, so she kind of jumps on Oliver, but he just goes "Meow, meow, meow," and
it,
kind of bats her away. And they both sleep next to each other, which is really sweet. And yeah, they do get on now. It was a bit in the beginning when Poppy was more of a puppy because she would
yes.
kind of chase him quite a lot.
Well, it's interesting because it's almost like having a bunch of kids in class. Sometimes they get along and sometimes they don't. So teaching music theory is just kind of like having a music theory class for pets as well. And you
Yeah.
can see that I have my little pet here, but what if you had a pet bunny? So for some of you that don't, oh yes, I love that little kitty too. But I think sometimes we can think about how can we engage students? Sometimes they're shy. And if you have a pet, that's great. You can engage them and say, well, why don't you come into class and you can pet the cat or the dog or look at the goldfish or go check out the bunny rabbit or whatever it might be. But sometimes your students might not be able to come to class, and you might be even teaching online so they can kind of see them. But it also gives you a step inside your students' room, doesn't it? And how often have you wanted to bring your pet to class, Jessica?
Well, I wish I could take them everywhere with me. So
Yeah, right?
definitely.
Because it's so much fun. So when
Mm.
we're teaching students, what do you think is one of the benefits of having them interact with a stuffed animal or with a pet?
It becomes playtime, doesn't it? It's more of a game, and it go into the world of imagination, which kids absolutely love. It puts
Yeah,
them in I suppose, a safer space.
yeah. And it's interesting you said that, Jessica, because so often when you talk about a safer space, especially when we're teaching young children, sometimes they are shy. What if it's their first lesson? And if they just have an opportunity to maybe talk to someone, then that's a stuffed animal or a pet. They're just more open to learning and to making a game out of it. And speaking of games, we have now Jess is in England. Tell us where you are right now, Jess.
So I live about 3 miles from a beach in a place called East Anglia in England, which is couple of hours from London on the train.
Yes. Wow.
So yeah,
I'm
it's
so
where everyone
jealous.
comes on holiday. It's a tourist area, really.
Yeah,
I
I
live
would
here.
love to be a tourist in your area, coming over, going to the beach with you. And you know, when we talk across the miles, so I'm in Canada and Jessica's in England, and we're working on the same team, Ultimate Music Theory. And what's interesting is that when you're a music teacher, you can also be teaching students that are in other countries across the land. It's now such an easy way to do things. And what if you wanted to have Sola and Tito as your pets? That would be fun. And in fact, Jess has her own Sola and Tito across the miles. So these kids are just hanging out and having lots of fun. So when you come into musicbusinessmastery.live, we're going to talk about really important things that you can do to engage your students. So when we're talking about pets, Jess, let's talk about number one, which is something that you touched on, which is really engaging the student in having fun, right? We're here at music class. We're going to have fun. We get to say hello to our little furry friend. The second thing might be that you feel more secure in knowing that there's something that you can touch that can be tactile, right? And so the third thing is that you get to have an indoor window into your student's home, because just as you're sharing Poppy with me, who's probably sleeping, your adorable little dog who I love, but it gives you an opportunity to also, if you're teaching online, to say, hey, invite a pet to class. And Jess, do you think it would be okay if we invited all of the teachers coming to Music Business Mastery to bring their pets into the class?
Oh, why not? That would be fun.
Let's do it. Okay. On behalf of Jess and myself, we are inviting you, music teachers around the world, to join us live for our 3-day event in musicbusinessmastery.live. Bring your pet, and it could be your stuffed animal pet. It could be Sola and Tito, if you already have them. They're hanging out with us already. Or if you have a real live pet like Jess does, and she might bring Poppy, and you might get to meet her dog and her cat. So in wrapping things up, Jess, what would be your closing thoughts in really engaging students through bringing some fun and some animals maybe into class?
Write a song for their pet. Write a song about or for their pet. Yeah,
I love that idea. I think that'll be challenge number 2. 1, bring your pet to class. 2, write a song. And you know, even if you don't have a pet, you can write a song about your imaginary pet. Maybe you have a pet kangaroo. Maybe you have a pet giraffe. But whatever it is, I think it opens the box to creativity and imagination. And I love being creative with you, Jessica. She's an incredible member of our team at Ultimate Music Theory. And definitely, I'm going to invite you to write a song, Jess. She's like, what?
Okay. Challenge accepted.
All right, great. And you know what? We will also put that challenge out for Joanne and for Sheila and for Leanna. And I've already given the challenge to Jessica, and I will do the challenge for myself as well. So we're all going to write a little song about our pets just for fun. Doesn't have to be complicated, but just be creative and think outside the box. So thanks, Jess, for joining me. It's going to be fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's always
fun. Poppy's sleeping. I would have liked to have shown up. But...
Oh, yeah. You don't want to wake up Poppy. Well, we do have Sola and Tito. And so we shall say, Sola, Tito. Sing it with me. Sola, Tito. Thanks, Jess. We'll see you at musicbusinessmastery.live. Till next time, teach with passion. Bye now.
Bye.